Saturday the 22nd of August, 2026 feels like a perfectly ordinary late summer day across much of the UK. London is forecast to reach 21 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals, Southampton is expected to hit the same high, and many of us will wake up to a mostly cloudy morning that slowly brightens. But do not mistake that comfort for a quiet weather day. The Met Office has just told us that an El Niño event unlike anything its forecasters have seen before is building in the Pacific, and it could push Britain into a stormier and wetter autumn. Behind today's mild sky, England is still exceptionally dry. August rainfall is running at just 17% of the long-term average, and 226 drought-related incidents have already been confirmed since the start of the year. So this is not just a weekend forecast. It is a snapshot of a country caught between two extreme stories, a lingering summer drought and an approaching climate signal that could flip the pattern dramatically. For anyone planning outdoor plans this Saturday, the details are mostly encouraging, but they are not identical everywhere. In London, expect a maximum of 21 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 11 degrees, with mostly cloudy spells giving way to brighter intervals. The chance of rain is under 5%. Humidity is around 76%, and winds could gust up to 37 km per hour, so it will feel a little breezy at times. Southampton's picture is very similar, a high of 21, a low of 11, and occasional sunny spells through the cloud. That is several degrees below the 38.1 degrees Celsius peak that London recorded on the 13th of August, but it is still comfortable enough for events, travel, or simply being outside. The important caveat is variability. The Met Office says any showers over the next few days will be hit and miss, meaning some places will get useful rain while others stay dry. Today itself looks largely dry for the south and southeast, but pockets of wetter weather cannot be ruled out in other regions. The shift over the past week has been sharp. After repeated heatwaves, exceptionally high temperatures and prolonged dry weather, the Met Office now says conditions have turned cooler and more unsettled. But before you pack away any concern about heat, remember what this summer has already done. The UK has recorded 10 days above 35 degrees Celsius this year, breaking previous records. It has also become the first year on record with 3 separate days reaching 37 degrees Celsius. That is the backdrop. Now forecasters are looking west of the Pacific, where sea temperatures in the tropical eastern Pacific are expected to warm to more than 3 degrees Celsius above the long-term average. Professor Adam Scaife, the Met Office's head of long-range forecasting, says he has never seen an El Niño signal this intense in the forecasts. In plain terms, El Niño is a natural warming of part of the Pacific Ocean that can disturb weather patterns worldwide, and a strong one is often associated with wetter and stormier conditions in the UK, especially during autumn and winter. Here is the contradiction of this moment. Today may look lush and green in many places, but England is still not out of its water deficit. August rainfall to date is only 17% of the long-term average for England as a whole. In the southeast, some areas have seen as little as 3 mm of rain this month, while even the wetter northwest has only managed around 20 mm. A quarter of river monitoring sites, especially in southern and eastern England, are showing exceptionally low flows. The result is practical and visible. Hosepipe bans are now in force by Affinity Water, Anglian Water, Cambridge Water, Essex and Suffolk Water, Southern Water, South East Water, South West Water except in Bristol and Bournemouth, Thames Water, and Wessex Water. More than 1,500 abstraction license restrictions are in place. This means if you are travelling within England today or next week, local water rules may be different from what you are used to, and gardens, golf courses, and car washing may all be affected depending on the area. For travel today, the main story is not the sky, it is the calendar. Saturday's weather is unlikely to cause major road or rail disruption, but event traffic can still bite. Preston play Wolves this weekend, so roads around Deepdale will be busier than normal, and London's All Points East Festival continues, which means extra crowds on East London transport. The weather should not stop those events, but it may feel breezy at times. If you are flying later in the month, there is also a specific date to circle. Norwich Airport will be closed to air traffic on Friday the 28th of August because of a 24-hour strike by Prospect Union members in air traffic control. Passengers are being told to check with their airlines for flight information and options. That may feel a week away, but it will affect connections and rebooking choices, so if Norwich is part of your plan, do not leave it until the day. There is also a pricing twist. Hotel stays across the UK are on average more expensive this autumn than during the peak summer months. That is the opposite of what many travellers expect. If you are using this weekend to plan a later UK break, you may find better value by comparing less popular dates or looking overseas. Looking ahead, the near-term pattern is not a return to extreme heat. The Met Office's long-range outlook from the 26th of August to the 4th of September points to a relatively unsettled and changeable start. Showers or longer spells of rain are possible across many parts of the UK, and there is a risk of heavy bursts and thunderstorms. For London, the current warming trend is expected to peak around the 25th and 26th of August, with highs of around 26 degrees Celsius, before that more unsettled phase arrives. The bigger signal, though, is the El Niño forecast. If it behaves as projected, the autumn and winter could bring more storms and rain than recent years. That has real meaning for anyone commuting, traveling, or managing flood risk. It also means the water deficit we are seeing now could be replaced by the opposite problem in some regions. None of this is certain, but the Met Office is treating it as a high-confidence and potentially high-impact shift. So what should you actually remember this Saturday? 3 things. First, today itself is a usable, mild day for most of the UK, 21 degrees in London and Southampton, mostly dry, with a usual late August breeze. Second, the ground beneath that calm picture is still dry. England's August rainfall is only 17% of normal, and hosepipe bans are widespread. Third, the Met Office's unprecedented El Niño warning means this calm may be the pause, not the pattern. Check your local forecast before travelling, respect local water restrictions, and if you have travel plans involving Norwich on the 28th of August, contact your airline now. The weather today will not hurt you, but the signals behind it are telling a much bigger story about what comes next.